O Senhor dos Anéis.
O Senhor dos Anéis.
Os Anéis de Poder.
Os Anéis de Poder.
My brother gave his life hunting the enemy. His task is now mine.
Speak your truth. We already know.
Stand with me. Ours was no chance meeting.
Search your mind.
Not fate,
It's written in gold.
nor destiny. Ours was the work of something greater.
How does it feel to probably have your lives completely changed after this show? I mean, we're in the middle of this before and after Rings of Power on your careers, right?
It's exciting as we've been doing this for quite some time now. I'd like to think that we've got perspective on what's happening. Loving and trying to remember every moment. I have to pinch myself just to kind of go, this isn't real life.
It's been an amazing experience. It was life-changing, as you say. I moved across the other side of the world to New Zealand and lived there for 2 years and met all these amazing people and worked on this incredible project. It was like we were in a bubble, so it's now a strange thing to release it to the rest of the world.
No one ever remembers me. So I think it's going to be like that. People are going to be shaking hands and hugging them. They're like, and who are you? Are you with them?
I feel very humbled by the whole experience. But I would lie to you if I didn't say that I've been ready for a moment like this. To be honest, I've been very excited to be part of something of this kind of size and importance for a long time. I think as an artist, you want to have an impact in the world. And this is definitely very supported for us to have the biggest impact of any kind of show.
Everyone must decide who we shall be.
Still your mind.
I am not the hero you seek.
There's oceans below.
Whatever it was you did, be free of it.
One day this will be your kingdom.
I don't want to compare the shows, but you know where I'm going right now. Rings of Power and House of the Dragon will coexist in a few days. How are you feeling of being part of this particular and special moment of the fantasy genre in television? And there's no rivalry, right, between the two shows?
No, I mean, I think a lot of people are trying to create a rivalry, but actually Matt Smith and Tracy Evans are friends of mine, so I want them to succeed. And I'm actually really looking forward to seeing the House of Dragon because I've watched the entire series, so I'm as excited as everyone. Having fantasy now as well and being a part of that genre is an exciting thing for me and an exciting thing for all of us, I think. How wonderful it is to have two great shows that are out there for people to watch.
I watched the first episode of House of the Dragon and Matt Smith is great on that role.
He's great in everything. We saw each other in Comic-Con and we kind of, you know, had a little salute and to kind of celebrate, look where we are.
I'm so excited.
I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. I think if this is a golden age, you know, for fantasy, and I think it's a bonus for everybody to have like two fantasy shows. It's incredible. You're spoiled for choice, you know. You can see them both and enjoy them both. It's wonderful.
I think we gift this show to them. They give us that one. We get to have also the experiences of enjoying a new show without that kind of bias, you know. I'm excited about all of us thriving and also having jobs.
I mean, I love Game of Thrones and I'll be watching it.
And we just got Sandman right now.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I think when you've been in a show of this scale, you just like, we know how hard we worked, so we know how hard they've worked.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So it's all love.
JD and I are fans of a lot of the people who are working on that show, and you know, people from our show have worked with some of them before. We want nothing more than the biggest success for the House of the Dragon. There's plenty of room for both of us.
Dracarys.
Morpeth Galadriel is such a special character in this franchise. I was wondering if you had the chance to talk to Kate for preparing for this role, and what was the key to do your own version of the character?
I didn't talk to Kate Blanchett, but I thought about her a lot. We all watched the films again. We went to like a marathon at the cinema together. So she was a big part of me finding out who she was, of course, and knowing who she'd become. And in terms of making her different, Galadriel speaks about that with wisdom, there's a loss of innocence. And I found that really useful, that the Galadriel that I'm playing will lose some innocence and gain some wisdom, and eventually become the Lady of Lothlorien that we all know.
Ismail, is there something that you missed on the previous films of Lord of the Rings that you were happy to see now in Rings of Power?
Oh, you know why you're asking that question. Because I miss representation. And I think the conversations have advanced and more doors have been opened. But 21 years ago, when we saw these fantastic films come to life, there wasn't representation or like a wider diversity of people, culture, gender. It goes beyond race. I'm very happy that this show is hosting so many of us to reflect what's out there. A lot of people, there is discussion about it not being Tolkien, but when you really have that kind of conversation, it is the most Tolkien thing to do. At the heart of this work is difference, and it's coming together. Everybody has something to offer, and that kind of fellowship to get to one place. To me, the diversity, as people call it, is Tolkien itself.
It is fantasy, but reflects our reality. It's a mirror.
Absolutely. I live here, I exist in this world. I should also be part of it.
One thing we can do, better than any creature in all Middle-earth, we stay true to each other with our hearts even bigger in our feet.
This is going to be a major hit. Are you ready for this?
It's so hard to know, and I find it difficult.
I don't think either of us are ever ready.
Because it's like, until it's out, we don't really know what to expect. But just trying to stay present and enjoy the wild ride that we're going through right now.
To be honest, I'm finding it hard to process because it's the scope of it is so huge. Of course, it's an incredible honor to like hold the baton for I guess, and introduce people into the Tolkien verse then, if you like. But it is hard to comprehend the scale of it.
That's terrifying.
Why do you keep fighting?
There is a tempest in me.
You have fought long enough, Galadriel. Put up your sword.
Without it, what am I to be?